Have you ever coached a game at Spanos Center or ever been to?
No, I've never been. I've never been to Stockton. And I think Cody Fieger, our Diops guy, he's been there when he was at Riverside. Pacific was in their league. So, but be first time for us, and kind of reminds us of a few years ago when we made our first visit to quite a few venues in the league. But looking forward to it. Looking forward. It should be a really good game. Should be a really good game.
Do you make shoot-arounds any longer or anything when you go to a new?
I don't think so. I think we'll, kind of stay with the same pace. We'll get in there, and hopefully they've got, I think, a men's volleyball game or something going on tomorrow night. So we'll get in after that and kind of shoot for a few minutes, and then get in on Thursday. Have a full shoot around on Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning.
Eric said you guys are healthier now going out on this road trip as opposed to the last one. Do you agree with that? And in what ways do you think your team's improved maybe since?
I hope so. I hope we're healthier. Our guys, seem to, be moving around pretty good. We had a good practice yesterday, a really good practice today, and I think Eric feels way better. And I believe our team has improved in a lot of different ways. I think coming home, and we got some really big offensive nights from Tyler, and hopefully we don't kind of that we understand that those are possibilities that Ty can have those kind of nights, but that we don't depend on them. We need to be all of us be prepared and hopefully have some good balance in our offensive game. I think defensively we've improved in our concentration as far as our execution is concerned. But the key to this road trip is, we've got to be able to stay out of foul trouble and defend the three-point line. I mean, those are things that have hurt us in some of our past road games in league. So hopefully that'll be. It's so important this time of year to be physical and to compete in a real physical nature. But we need to find a way to be more physical and foul less if that's possible. Because we need to keep our big guys on the floor.
What do you tell your players, or do you have to tell them anything about, as you head into this home stretch, about what's at stake and things like that?
I think that you can feel it from the guys. I think they realize that they're in a position where the games are really important. They really mean a lot, and I think our sport is unique to the fact that there's always another chance with the tournament at the end, but I do believe that our guys, know that the standings and just know the weight of every game now. And the best part is when you do win, that makes the next game even more important. And that's a great way to get through February and March.
Speaking of which, Eric and Tyler both said that they don't check the bracketology and they don't check RPI and all that. Do you prefer it that way, or you kind of dissuade your guys from doing that, or do you?
Well, I think what guys understand is that, that's so temporary. I mean, it's there's so much to do, and if the tournament was on Saturday, that would be nice, but it's not. Okay, and so I think every player, every coach kind of deals with it their own way, but from my point of view, and I think they hear my point of view quite a bit, is that it's just so temporary. Things can change so quick, no matter what side of the coin you're on. And right now you got a feeling you got yourself in second place in a good league. You won some good, some really good games, and you can get a lot of really good games in front of you and try to finish the best you can. So. Hopefully we've instilled a few things in our guys, and that's the only thing that really is important is the next game we play.
The way Tyler played last year, coming off his mission, is Kyle been similar, I guess, on the day-to-day?
I think so. I think it's been really, really similar. I actually believe that that Kyle's effect on our team this year is every bit as consistent and matches the effect that Tyler had on our team the year before. And if you want to go through stats and try to compare numbers, that's probably not fair to either player, but the effect on our team and our ability to play multiple minutes and to continue to win and be successful, both of them have just had huge impacts coming right off their mission. And that's, if you look back in the history of our program over, the years of return missionaries, that's a little bit abnormal. Usually return missionaries come back and they kind of fit into the system, and their impact is later. But both of these players, their impact's been immediate.
Do you give Ty any credit for the way Kyle came back as far as a blueprint, advice?
No, I just believe they're both, special guys. Just, players that played on really good teams before they left, got a great lesson from great players who were teammates of theirs, and then used their mission to, on their mission, they just knew what it was going to take when they came home, because they had such a positive experience their first year, and learned from some really great players.
Coach, when you guys lost to Gonzaga, you said that the team wasn't lacking motivation, they were lacking urgency. Since then, have you noticed any sort of change in that mentality going into this road trip?
Well, I think that's probably where we've gotten a little bit better. I think to Jay's question, where I feel our team's gotten better, I do believe that we pay a lot more attention to detail on in our defensive game plan. I think that our rebounding statistics have been really good at home, and hopefully we can transfer those things on the road, because that's where you really kind of feel it in second, third, fourth effort kind of plays that happen in the first half, happen in the first 10 minutes of the game. I think everybody can create that in the last 3 or 4 minutes of a game, because it's the competitive nature of guys. But I believe our guys have really improved consistently throughout the game in that area.
Is that something that you focused on in practice, or it's just come by?
I think that we've had really good leadership from our returning guys. I think there's been more vocal suggestions, reactions from our guys, especially our 3 captains in practice, about plays that go on that just need to be made, and with no excuses. And I think that's a good sign. You get those guys that not only lead by example, but they've actually been pretty vocal about it also.
Dave, regarding the incident with Oklahoma State's player and the fan, is that something a coach goes over with his players before the season even starts, or was that just one of those things where you just, wow, you didn't see that coming in?
I think there's probably more, wow, you didn't see that coming. I mean, I do know that that it's such a rare occurrence, that I just don't believe that every coach spends time talking to their team about it. I'll bet you every coach has talked to their team about it, in the last couple of days. But it's it was sad. It was just sad to see, because it kind of took the whole story from a really competitive game, and then you got to deal with it. The coaches have to deal with it. The players have to deal with it. The individual has to deal with it, and it's something that I think everybody wished didn't happen.
Coach, I know you like Ron Verlin's team quite a bit in terms of their makeup. Just a couple words about maybe a particular challenge you have on Thursday.
Well, this is a really good team. I think, and the matchup for us is really difficult because of their ability to drive the ball, and they drive it right at us. And we told our guys today that we were the benefit of just a superb offensive game by Ty. I think he scored the first 20 points of the game and didn't miss very many shots. And so we had that offensive cushion kind of most of the game. And they closed it to 3 or 4 in the second half. But it really felt like we were on our heels a lot in that second half, and how they penetrate that ball. And then they've got good shooters on the perimeter, and they execute really well in the half court. And So, I mean, we, as a coaching staff, we really feel like we have our hands full, and our guys are gonna have to be good. I mean, we're gonna have to play a really, really good game to go in there and win. We can't go in there and expect to play a half or half of a half and think we're gonna win. We've gotta play a full game.
Did you know Coach Thomason very much?
Yeah, I knew Bob quite a bit, yeah, we crossed paths a lot, and they had recruited some of my players when I coached at Dixie, and so I ran across him there, and a great guy.